Now I have the strangest urge to open a tin of soup, heat it up, poach an egg in it, serve that with a pork pie sausage roe. Which apparently from what I looked up on the internet is served cold. The pork pie. Anyways, this is Snacking for Rinoa for the month of November, considering I am doing this now on the 1st of December, which makes this the last Snacking for Rinoa of 2015, unless, of course, another challenger to Stewart's Orange and Cream presents itself in the next 30 days. That said, let's get started. I'm going to start off with probably I had this early on, and I found it the most repulsive and worst thing I've eaten for the month. It's Maruchan chicken tortilla cup ramen. I doubt the noodles themselves are made from tortillas, so it's just a slightly spicy soup, which for cup ramen always comes out really nice and hot, so I'm of the impression of hot soup and spiciness. No thanks. Just in time for the holidays, Smart Food, best white cheddar popcorn there is, gives us cinnamon brown sugar popcorn. I was a little worried about this one that it'd be too strong for, remember the Triscuit sage and cranberry incident of, I think, like a year or two ago. They're still selling that. That came back. I'm like, holy shit, like, people like that? To each his own, I guess. Smart Food knows flavor, and they've got a nice alternative here. Hard as it may be to tear myself from the usual white cheddar popcorn, which, if you feel the same, I don't blame you at all. I had 2 bags of them, and I tried to mix them together like how you get them, because usually around this time of year you find them like gourmet popcorn tins that have like a third of it's butter, a third of it's cheddar, and a third of it's caramel. It's like that whole thing, which they made smaller from my last recollection from like a year or two ago. What the fuck, guys? And the last one I used white cheddar instead of regular cheddar, which it doesn't work the same as regular cheddar. Like, you need that more sharpness. White cheddar is like very subdued. This was good though, the cinnamon brown sugar. Not my best eat, but also in time for the holidays, Oreo peppermint. They're not chocolate covered like the Girl Scouts Thin Mints, but Oreos aren't thin. It's like 2 cookies sandwiched in, so it's like, and the mint is like mad strong too, which to me means the Thin Mints are hard to top. And Oreo just, hey, we're going to go in this slightly different direction and go like all peppermint on these. They're good, just don't compare them to Thin Mints. It's unfair to both. If I had to pick one, Thin Mints would win out. If I had to just pick just one, but I don't want to take anything away from the Oreo peppermint either. Those were really good. It just depends on what kind of mint you are, spearmint or peppermint, like mint or like a stronger like candy cane peppermint. That's what these were, the Oreo ones. That probably would be really good if I didn't have the Thin Mints to like judge it on with. Stand by itself, just. Speaking of Thin Mints, your boy Quaker, holding down the granola bar front down for yours truly, has Thin Mints and my second favorite, the coconut caramels, which both are on the opposite spectrum of the Oreo peppermint. Granola can be a very harsh mistress when it comes to trying to strike out and do individual flavors, because it kind of holds it down really well. But if you want these particular Girl Scout cookies, and I guess if you're looking for a healthier, eat one a day kind of snack instead of just like a whole package or something like that, like looking at maybe like these, may be just what you're looking for. I thought both of these were really good. And bringing up that number one, speaking of the number one contender for the Stewart's Orange Cream Championship, Teddy's. I got a couple of these here, but the only one I only found a couple. Root beer was amazing. It was one of those great on its own, even better in a float kind of taste to it. Very sweet. Cream soda is just that. The blue raspberry I got had like this weird, funky, dirty aftertaste. How do you fuck up blue raspberry? Especially how over I was on the root beer, and like and the orange was like, okay, it was like, wow, there's no cream, guys, hello. Like I said on the challenge, big plastic bottle, these 28-ounce sons of bitches. You got these bad boys for $1, so quantity over quality. But again, if you're getting the root beer, I'd say, hey, go to town. But that's the only one I really liked. Like, man, it was just disappointing to see all the other ones just not step up. The other big disappointment was Cheez-It's quote, their number one requested flavor, or whatever it was on this box here, extra toasted. Not really a flavor, you're just making it, like, you just made it taste blander, less cheesy Cheez-It, which, considering you have cheese in your fucking title, is baffling to me. This was my most disappointing of the month. Because the Maruchan was disgusting. It's, considered, just eat rich Cheez-Its, and they're just, less cheesy and more, kind of that baked flavor. Funyun's not content with just being the best onion rings ever. They got themselves a few new flavors. I've mostly been keeping away from them because they're flaming hot or chili lemon, and I avoided those because eating enough of the original Funyuns can get salty as is without a heat factor adding to it. I did try my hand at something zestier, which is what I look for. The new Steakhouse onion flavor, and I thought them to be pretty good. I've never actually had a blooming onions in real life, so I didn't know what to base this on, but I like this. I got a small bag. Usually get the Funyuns, and almost the entire bag would disappear from me. I had a small bag and pretty much down these suckers. So I got a little salty. They messed up. Got a little red stuff on my fingers. I assume less than maybe the flaming hot, because those are super red. I'm staying the hell away from those. Sorry. Also, in time for the holidays, the Tasty Cake Winter Edition Red Velvet, which you see, I couldn't find a picture of the gingerbread because while the Red Velvet was good, the gingerbread was way better. They're both cream-filled, which actually surprised me. I guess I didn't read that part at first. I just looked gingerbread and, Red Velvet. Those are good. Those will probably make really good flavors. But yeah, they're that little layer of cream filling on top, and it was just barely noticeable with the Red Velvet for some reason. The gingerbread, it worked amazingly, and I would almost say the gingerbread would be the winner. It is a very strong second place contender. But if I had, I agonized over this one, but I was how much did I like this over this? And I was remembering, I was no, I was over the moon on these. This month's winner, without a doubt, has to go to the Chips Ahoy Chewy Hot Cocoa. You chocoholics out there listening, this shit's for you, okay? It's like when you're a kid and you just load up on Nesquik to make the chocolatiest of chocolate milks. It's decadent as hell. In keeping with the flavor it's inspired by, the side even tells you, hey, stick two of these bad boys in the microwave on a napkin for 6 to 7 seconds on high, biggity bam. Either way is amazing. So yeah, Chips Ahoy Chewy Hot Cocoa. You are the winner for this month. Right now I forgot I had these already, the IBC colas already. I already did mention that. IBC, you'll love it. Call back. Alright, I'm going to open this bad boy up on my own, and I'm going to stop the recording. But once again, take care, thanks for listening, and I guess keep on snacking. Yeah.